Great respect and great love, I welcome you all with all my heart. Namaste. Namaste. So tonight we're going to chant to Ganesha because Myers has been like, can we chant to Ganesha? Can we chant to Ganesha?
Yes. Somebody thoroughly
So the chant is Ganapati, 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 Jai Jai, Ganesha, 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 Jai Jai, Om Shiva, Om Shiva, Parvati, Jai Jai. And it's the little card that you have. Oh, so Ganesh is the remover of obstacles. He is the son of Shiva and Parvati. That's why we chant to Shiva and Parvati, because through their grace, we have Ganesh. But through their grace, we have everything that there is. But through their grace, we have Ganesh. And there's a million stories about Ganesh, and I could tell them all night long, and we'd never chant. Because I tell stories until the cows come home, or until the elephants come home. Meyer says I have to tell one. So I'm going to tell one. So anyway, Ganapate means the ruler of the celestial beings. Isn't that beautiful? The ruler of the celestial beings. So when we chant to Ganesh to remove our obstacles, he talks to everybody. He talks to everybody. He's in contact with everybody. You don't need to talk to nobody but Ganesh. He's the Shiva is the power. Shiva is the Om behind everything. He's the Shakti unmanifest, shall we say. He's the vibration in everything. And Parvati, she takes the vibration and she turns it into creation. So Parvati is everything manifest. Everything. Everything we see. Every word we hear. Everything. Without Parvati, we would have nothing. Hence, without the mother, there would be no children. Without children, there would be none of us. So she's very, very important. Very important. So Shiva, he's kind of like, he likes to sit around and meditate. Really, just kind of be in himself. As which most men are. We're content most of the time. If you ask us if anything's going on, we're like, no, not really. And women like to create stuff. They like to get it going and make stuff and have little things and write letters and do stuff. Not all of you. So if I'm being a little off tune, well, such is life.
These little things and write letters.
All these little things and write letters. Women are like, women look at a yard and they go, women are like, this is what we could do with this bookshelf. And men are like, I built it. If you want to put stuff on it, you go ahead. Well, not all men, but you know what I'm saying. So Shiva's kind of like, he's in deep meditation. He's just in the Om. And then Parvati takes that energy and she creates. She creates. So I'm going to tell a story about Ganesh. So all the gods and goddesses got together and they told Shiva and Parvati, you can't have any children. Because if you have any children, then it's going to be too powerful. And then what are we going to do with a child that's that powerful? You know, we wouldn't be able to, say, control it. So Parvati and Shiva said, okay. So Parvati wanted a child, so she took some mud and she created, you know, a clay figurine, and then she blew life into it. She got around it, you know what I mean? You see that? She got around it. So then she had a little boy, you know. So she loved the boy, but Shiva had never met the boy. And then one day Parvati was taking a bath, and she said, if Shiva comes around, no, if anybody comes around and tries to come into the house, don't let him in. Like, you have to protect me. So the kid is like, all right. See, at this time the child doesn't have a name yet, shall we say? There's no Ganesha yet. So Shiva comes home, goes to go in the door, and the child says, no, 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 you're not allowed in. Parvati's taking a bath, and Shiva's like, who are you to tell me not to come in the house? Cuts his head right off, right? Nobody tells Shiva what to do. Head falls on the ground. Parvati comes out. What have you done to my child? So Shiva feels really bad, really bad. Like, he's like, well, the kid wouldn't let me in, so I go cut his head off. That's what we do, you know. That's kind of a man thing, I think, right? So anyway, they get all the gods together and they say, we need a head for this child. We need a head. So they go to Earth, and the king of the elephants was passing away. He's very old. And they went to him and they asked him, can you sacrifice your head for Parvati? And the king of the elephants said, I will do anything for Shiva and Parvati. So they took the head up and they fashioned it on the boy, and she was like, I'm really nervous right now because it does not look like a boy. You know, oh, I hope she likes it. And Parvati came out and said, oh my God, so beautiful, my baby. And that's where Ganesh comes from. So Ganesh has triumphed over one of the biggest obstacles there is, getting your head cut off and getting it put back on. So Ganesh gets a little older, and Shiva and Parvati get invited to a party by one of the kings. And they don't want to go. They're like, I don't want to go. And Shiva's like, I don't want to go. And he's like, you want to go? She's like, I don't want to go. So let's send Ganesh instead. So like, Ganesh, you want to go to the party? And Ganesh is like, love parties, ready to go. Is there food there? I'm hungry. So they send him out, and he goes to the king's palace, and he goes in, and he says, you know, he's one of the first ones there. He says to the king, I'm very hungry. And the king says, well, there's food all over the place. Help yourself. And the king was very egotistical. Very, very egotistical. He invited everybody and said, I know Lord Shiva and Parvati, so you have to come to the party so you can meet God, the god and the goddess, right? So everybody's, oh, you know, they know that, right? But they didn't show up, Ganesh did. So Ganesh starts eating, and he's not getting full. And he's eating everything. He eats the flowers off the table. He goes in the kitchen. He eats everything in the kitchen. He goes to the storehouse. He eats everything in the storehouse. The king calls up on the telephone. Believe it or not, they had phones back then. Shiva, Parvati, you got to come get your son. He's eating everything at the party. And they're like, we can't control him. We don't know what to do. Just give him something to eat, right? Ganesh is so hungry, he starts eating the plates. And then he says to the king, I'm so hungry, I'm going to eat you. And the king runs, and he runs, and he runs. And Ganesh is chasing him. He goes all the way to Shiva and Parvati's house. And they come in, and the king's like, you have to stop your son. And Parvati looks at Ganesh and says, honey, what's the matter? She says, Mom, I'm eating everything there, but I'm not getting full. And she goes, oh, here. And she picks up a kernel of puffed rice. And she goes, here, honey, eat this. And he eats it. He goes, oh, Mom, that's so good. And the king's like, it doesn't make any sense. He eats everything at my house. He eats one piece of puffed rice at your house, and he's full. And Parvati looked at him and said, well, I made the puffed rice with love. nothing you've done tonight was out of love, it was all out of ego. Hence, if you can't do it with love, don't do it. Those are my Ganesh stories, that's all you get. Unless you want to tell all. So the chant is, I might mess it up as we go along, but hey, such like Ganapati, 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 Jai Jai. Ganapati, 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 Jai Jai. Ganapati, 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 Jai start out a little slow and get it going. But before we do it, if there's any obstacle you need removed in your path, I have a few. I have stubbornness, egotism, self-centeredness, bias, and I have a bunch of stuff that I constantly work on through my life, constantly work on. So I'm always asking Ganesh, and it sneaks around. So if you want to take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, offer something to Ganesh. Deep breath in. I offer my self-centeredness. Deep breath in. Offer my ego, my greed. Deep breath in. I offer my love, companionship. Deep breath in. I offer my existence. So we have a little prasad that we offer to Ganesh in front of the drum. So when the chant's over, come take a little nut or a little piece of candy or something. Because all the Shakti's going to go in there right now. Jai that just happened? Yeah. That thing can actually. Whew. How's everybody feeling? Good? That was a good one. It sounded like there was like 300 people in the room. Let's do it again. So we've been chanting for an hour? Wow. Time flies. Any requests? Huh? She just did it. We did this.
I know.
It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is sometimes. It is a good chant.
Let's do something sweeter.
Oh, something sweet. I like it. Well, that's a sweet chant. But there's also, I was chanting the Guru Gita version today. You know? Shri Krishna, Govinda, Hari Om. We're not going to do that. So I don't know, it's Shri Krishna Govinda Hari Murare. It should be on your. Do we know what number it is? For those who have never chanted Shri Krishna Govinda.
It is number 5.
Whoa, right at the beginning. Have a sip of your water. You know, if you bring water here, like bottles of it, and then we chant it, it's filled with the mantra, and then you go drink it, and you get really high from it.
That's why we rise to the city, everybody's entertaining.
I'm just saying.
Reiki water.
Do Bolarade, Bolarade. Who sent that text?
See, there's the people.
Is that funny?
That's funny.
It's so
My
funny.
fault with that.
That wasn't
I already
true. That
requested last
wasn't true,
week,
but it
I'm
was
quiet.
funny.
Zero requests.
Krishna. We're going to do a call and response. Shri Krishna. I've got to remember the song. Hold on. One more time. This is how I gain humility. in. And stretch. And exhale. One more big deep breath in. And hold it. And that was so good. Best one ever. So when you're out there in the world and you feel these things come up, just offer it all to the Lord. Offer your good, offer the good. Don't forget, God likes love too. So people like to offer their stuff to God, which is great. But you know, you can offer your love too. Offer the good, bad, and the ugly.
Maybe that comes, like, another phrase or way to interpret that maybe could be, instead of praying to God when something goes wrong, or praying, oh please, let this not happen to me, or please just take away all these things, like, I'm done with them. To pray for, and to thank for the blessing, thank you for the blessings, and thank you for the love, and hold that gratitude.
Yeah, instead of praying for something, offer it to. It's a big difference between praying for something and offering it to God. When you offer something to God, or you offer something to your friend, you give it away. Right? It's something that they would want to take from you. But if you say, please take this from me, they don't want it. They're not going to want all that stuff. But if you offer it to them, you know, it's a different perspective. Thank you, Sita. Anyway. Oh, so we have two announcements. One is, don't forget the donation basket, and if you do, that's okay too. And the other one is that Kara, in the afternoon, evenings, she's offering yoga classes for $15. So if you take the yoga class, say, before this chanting class, it would be $15 for any evening?
Any evening, use the code Yoga Eve.
Yoga Eve.
Yoga Eve. Sign up with the code Yoga
That's a
Eve.
good
You
deal.
can sign up code Yoga Eve, or you could probably come here and hand her $15
You might
and
know
say,
somebody that knows.
and say Yoga Eve. Yeah, make sure you
Yeah,
tell
just
the
say you have to
person
say
here,
it.
Yoga Eve.
Yoga Eve.
Yoga Eve.
I have one more thing. These candles right here were made by Matt Rayner. So if anybody would like one,
Cool.
they're for sale. He's asking for between $10 and $40. I'm gonna say, you know, give what you think it's worth, what you feel you would like to give, and I'll give him all the money.
Sweet.
Amazing.
It's all for him.
All right.
Amazing.
Sadhanath Maharaj ki
Yay! And take some prasad. There's a chocolate. Take one chocolate.
What?